Why, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I was just finishing my last bets of the evening before this Sunday video. Welcome back to Beat the Book. This is our Christmas episode. If you'll just follow me real quick, we can get to the fruit of the matter. I'm joined as always by, my name is BigAL Bettor. I'm joined as always by my partner in crime, my brother in arms, my real life brother, MattyBets. How you doing, Matt?
Big Al, how are you doing? I'm doing
good.
Great, man. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Nice not having a little divider here,
Oh my goodness.
like normal.
So nice.
In the flesh, just you and me. Obviously, you guys are here too, joining us. Like you said, welcome back to Beat the Book. You guys are here. You guys know the game. We talk sports. We talk bets. We make money. You guys follow us. You guys make money as well. He's Big Al. I'm MattyBets. This is our Sunday Christmas special. Hope you guys enjoy it. I know that we're going to.
Oh man, it's so nice to just be here in person, not have to talk through the interwebs, and we get our best episode of the week.
We do.
We do our locks of the week.
Locks of the week.
What else do we do?
We do. Oh man, there's so much. Are we doing anything special this episode?
No, not that I know of.
Okay, no, I wasn't going to throw you under the bus like that and just drop something on you. No. We also have a very profitable teasers.
Absolutely, the most profitable.
The most profitable. We do touchdown parlays and obviously our prop parlays. And that's what we do for you guys. We give you guys those bets. You guys take those. You guys cash them, hopefully. I mean, the teasers kind of cooled down a little bit, wouldn't you say?
They did. I did alter one of your teasers last week, and it did hit. And that was not intentional, but it just happened. I wrote it down wrong.
It wasn't intentional.
And it ended up winning. So the teasers hidden for me, but not for the channel. We had 7 in a row. Between you and I, one of us hit for 7 weeks in a row, and then since then it's been kind of one off, one on, one off, one on. So we're looking to get back on track this week, but as always, we hop into the best part of the channel, the serious part of the channel, which is the locks of the week.
Locks of the week.
Do you want to explain to the fine people how we do the locks of the week?
If it's your first time, welcome. We're glad that you're here joining us. Christmas special. Hopefully this can be our best video ever.
Absolutely.
That's what we're kind of hoping for. We already had ours a week ago. For some reason, Rams-Niners, it was a great video, got up to 60 views. We're hoping for a little bit more than that here, but, locks of the week, we bring 5 picks each. You don't know mine, do you?
Nope.
I don't know yours.
Nope.
So we each bring 5 picks. We have to judge and kind of just decipher between those 10 picks that we bring, just 3 that we agree on that we like the most. What happens if we each bring a bet to the table?
Instantly locked in.
Instantly locked in. We both agree on it. We both love it. That's how it works. That's how we do the locks of the week. It's pretty simple. Hey, if we disagree on one, hey, I'm going to try to convince you to come over to my side. You're going to convince me to jump over to your side. That's how we do it. You guys know the game. You want to jump into it?
I do. We've been also profitable on the year with it. Just barely. We've had the last 2 weeks have been 1 and 2. Before that, we went 2 and 1. We've had 0. We have had no. I shouldn't say 0 twice. We've had no 0 in 3 weeks. No 0 in 3 weeks. We've had 1 3-0 week, and we've had a lot of 2 and 1 weeks. But we're just above 55% right now, so the record's looking good. But anyway, Matt, what have you brought to the table for me for your locks of the week for Sunday week? This is crazy. To do this, just you've got your book, I've got my book.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
not normal. Normally, I'm just looking through a screen at you, and you're looking through your screen at me, and I'm just reading off what I got. So it's kind of weird to do
It's
this
weird
live.
to be able to see yours right there.
Whoa,
Like, a little peek a little bit.
now.
Yeah, you got to block it off.
Absolutely. All right, what do you got for me?
All right, starting off, we got Browns at Bengals. We're taking the over in that game. Over the 46.5. Love that pick right there. Next, we're jumping right through. We're going Rams at Jets. We're taking the Rams at -3. I like the Rams to win that game. They need to win as many games as they can to keep that distance and the lead in that division from Seattle. Then we're going Vikings at Seattle. We don't think Seattle's that good of a team. I'm riding with it. Vikings are a way better team. Take the Vikings -3. That's my third pick there for you. Then we got 49ers at Dolphins. We're taking the Dolphins -1.5. Dolphins have been kind of scoring a lot of points. We like seeing a lot of points. That's where we make our money. We like that. 49ers just aren't the same without McCaffrey, and they just haven't looked that good the last couple weeks. Scored 6 points last week. I'm not taking them here to be able to beat the Dolphins, especially in Miami. Dolphins flourish in Miami. They love the hot weather. They don't like the cold. They don't like the cold. If this was flipped, hey, I'd probably take the Niners. Not doing that. I'm taking the Dolphins all day at -1.5. Then my last pick for you is Eagles at Commanders, taking over in that game. We like both teams. We like the offense from both teams. Defenses are kind of there, but not really the best. So I like the Commanders, Jaden Daniels, be able to score a lot of points. I also like the Eagles and Saquon, A.J. Brown, all them. It should be able to go over 45.5.
45.5.
There you go. Those are my 5 picks that I brought to the table.
Okay, so
what
like
do you
we
got?
said, we lock in whatever we agreed on. We only agreed on one, Matt.
Oh, no. How many times have we agreed on all 3?
0.
0.
Exactly.
Exactly.
We've agreed on 2 a bunch.
Yes.
And we've agreed on 1. more often than not.
Okay,
But
what's the one that we agreed
got
on?
Rams -3.
Rams -3 against the Jets.
Yep,
Love that.
I'm with it. The Rams have 10 days of rest. They looked bad in that game because it was a tsunami, basically. It was a rain game. We didn't expect that, the bad weather. And they ended up taking over the game, and they beat the Niners like they were supposed to do. They have full control of the division now. They're going to come in and beat a bad Jets team who just got a win against a Jags team that, like I said last week, is the worst against the pass in the entire league. So, of course, Aaron was going to have a big game. Of course, Devontae would kick me out of my fantasy playoffs because he's that good. And, of course, that would happen. But anyway, for your other picks, Eagles over, I will just say with that one, it kind of scares me because the Eagles-Commanders game last time we thought would go over. It did not go over because the Commanders didn't show up. They didn't play. The Eagles played.
Yep.
They got 25 to 30 points, but the Commanders didn't score.
What's different in this game?
You tell me?
It's at Commanders. It's
That's
at Commanders.
the only
Commanders have to
difference.
show up. It's
Okay.
a home game. That's what we're taking with that pick. Don't try to crucify me already for a
I'm
pick.
not trying to crucify.
We're taking Commanders here because Eagles do travel. We know that. We've seen them do great on the road this year. We like the Eagles to score points there. We also like the Commanders to take care of business at home. That's the reason why I picked.
Dolphins -1. You have 1.5. Dolphins -1 was on DraftKings when I was making my bets earlier.
Okay.
So the number's been moving around a little bit.
Yeah.
That one scared me. I almost put it in mine. So we can talk about that one.
Yeah,
we're
going to have to.
Yeah.
We'll
Vikings
circle back.
-3. I didn't put that on mine, but I understand what you're saying. We've kind of been fading Seattle all year, and they just lost to Seattle. They lost to Green Bay by quite a bit on Sunday. We both called that one. And then Bengals over 46.5. We like Bengals overs all year.
Yep.
But that is the AFC North, and that defenses can kind of mess some things up. And do we count on Bengals to score 46 by themselves?
Yes. We do, only because this is what we're going to say. Bengals still have a chance to make the playoffs. They need to win every game. Offense, they got to show up for this game. And I think they're going to. I have no reason to not believe it. They're literally at home. Love it against the Browns. Browns defense hasn't been as good as we thought. We've talked about it almost every week. Browns defense is not who we thought they were going to be. So, hey, yeah, I like the Browns here to just, not really do anything on defense. Bengals get to do whatever they want to. Browns will score a little bit. We saw them put up, 30 on Denver? Love that.
Sure, fair point. And Bengals defense has been terrible all year.
There you go. Anybody can score on them.
Okay, so let me bring my I've got 4 that you didn't have.
Yep.
So I've got the Eagles at -3.5. I think it's pretty cut and dried. They beat up on the Commanders last time. I don't expect them to do anything different. They've been a wagon all year. They've only lost twice, so I think they can win this game by 4. They're a wagon. I got the Panthers +5. That game they're playing the Cardinals. The Cardinals are on the road, outside. It's going to be 30 degrees. I think the Panthers can cover this game. I think the Panthers can win this game outright, but we get 5 points with the home team. That feels good to me. The Panthers have been playing a lot better ball recently. Then I got the Titans +3.5 at the Colts. I know you're probably not going to like this one, but the Titans have been playing good ball. Tony Pollard had 95 yards and a touchdown on you guys last time. The game was a 3-point game. This is 3.5. We get the hook.
Yep.
So I love that. And then my final pick is the Dolphins-Niners game.
Oh, no.
I didn't trust the Dolphins.
Okay.
So I like the over. 44.5. The Dolphins have been scoring a lot of points. The Niners just put up, aside from that bad game in the weather, it was 31-13 against the Bears. The Dolphins have been letting teams score tons of points on them. So I like the over 45 points in this game. It's 44.5, so 45 would hit the over. To me, that feels like a good play. And I wanted to be on one side. I was trying to, do I get to the Dolphins? Do I get to the Niners? And all I could think was, I can see both of these teams winning, but what I know is both these teams can score and they all have weapons. So I kind of like the over here. And I don't like either of the defenses that much this year. So those are my other 4. Obviously, we have the Rams locked in, so we just got to come to terms with 2 more and pencil them in and give those out to the fine people as our locks of the week.
All right, my turn to go. Rebuttal you on a couple of these picks.
Go for it. Go for it.
We try to do here.
I did that to you. You go ahead and do that.
You already did it to me, so now it's my turn. So you're gonna tell me right now that Eagles -3.5 doesn't scare you on the road against the Commanders.
I'm gonna tell you that the hook concerns me.
Okay.
The half point. The hook.
Yeah.
I don't mind Eagles. There's a reason they're favored. They're 12-2.
Yes.
Dude.
No, I understand that entirely. But they're playing at the Commanders. You don't like the over, but you like the Eagles to win that game. So the over scares you in that game because the Commanders didn't show up last time, but now they're at home. You don't think the Commanders are going to show up for a home game? I certainly do. Then the Eagles have to win that game outright too by 3.5. I don't like that at all. That scares me a ton because we've seen Jaden Daniels flash. and I don't want this to be the one game that we take, and then, Jaden Daniels is all the way back, and he literally goes and beats Jalen Hurts and the Eagles because he's at home, and everybody say, oh, yeah, it's the Eagles' third loss. They're still a wagon. But Commanders need to win, so they're going to get it.
Sure, but what I'm saying is, if I'm going to trust an Eagles over, like I can see an Eagles team winning this game 20-10.
Okay.
And we don't even touch an over. Like we don't even get close to that
Yeah.
over. But I don't see a. I don't want to say I don't see a world, but I think the Eagles they've only lost twice.
No, I understand that. Okay, so I have another one for you.
'Kay.
This might be a better one. What if we switch this Eagles pick and you come over to my side and you take Vikings -3? I know you mentioned it and you thought about it. We liked the Packers last week. Okay, Packers Vikings. I mean, who has a better record? Vikings do. Correct.
Yep.
We just saw Green
They've
Bay
lost
go
twice,
into Seattle.
just like they are the Eagles.
And who do you like more? Who do you think's a better team? Seattle or the Commanders? Exactly. You like the Commanders more?
I think the
We've made
Commanders are a
more
better
money.
team. Yeah,
exactly.
obviously.
So why would we not take the Vikings at -3 without a hook? They just win that game by 3 at Seattle. We love Seattle last week.
The only thing that scares me with that game
There we go.
no, this is
You're
it.
dumb again.
We were taking Green Bay -2.5 against a Seattle team that was on a 4-game winning streak.
Okay.
Now we're taking a Vikings team playing a Seattle team that's just took their loss, so there could be a bounce back.
There could be
That's
a bounce
it.
back.
That's
How
it.
do you
That's
bounce
the only
back
re-
against the Vikings,
No, that's
who
literally the only reason I'm not.
arguably have a better defense than the other two teams that are leading the NFC? They arguably, I would say the Vikings have a better defense than the Eagles, and I think you'd agree with me.
Okay.
And also than the Lions. That one's kind of maybe a toss-up. But the Vikings have shown that they have a better defense than pretty much anybody else
No,
in
it's
the
been
NFC.
great. It's been great.
So I love Seattle. I love that pick right there against Seattle. In Seattle, Seattle loses 2 back-to-back games at home, lose the division, out of the playoffs. That's how their season goes.
And now that you mention it, we did track Seattle early. They won 3 straight. Then
Yep.
they lost 4 straight.
Exactly.
So it's not like it's out of ordinary for them to go on this slide.
It's like what you said last week. We talked about it, and it was the Bills, right? And you said, I want the Bills against the Lions off a loss.
Yep,
You said,
absolutely.
And that's because it's a great team.
Yep.
You want a great team off a loss
Yep.
because they know how to coach, they know how to get their guys right, and go in there
And you
make
said
a
you wanted
statement.
Detroit, so we didn't
Yep.
pick the game.
No, exactly. And then, Bills came and slaughtered.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to do here is Seattle isn't a great team. We don't like them, after a loss. We don't know this coach. This coach is still a rookie coach. So I'll take the Vikings, their veteran coach, who's been around the league for 3-4 years, right?
Right?
I'll take that. I'll take the Vikings offense that's looked good. I'm not going to say that they looked great, but they've looked good. Defense is great. I'll take that against Seattle team that's looked average. That's what I'm saying. You can think
Okay.
about that one.
Okay.
And
Okay.
like I said last week after my teaser didn't hit by 1 point with the Patriots
Yep.
and Cardinals, I'm not taking this. Panthers-Cardinals, I'm not taking a bad team +5. Not doing it.
But the Cardinals are a bad team.
No, it doesn't matter. They just beat the Patriots by 13. You think the Panthers are better than the Patriots?
Yes.
I'm not convinced to
At
believe
home,
that. What's their record?
out in the weather,
They have
in
the
the
same
cold?
record as the Patriots. Nah, I'm good.
'Kay.
I'm not taking Cardinals
Titans,
there.
3.5.
Titans 3.5, not touching that. That's too close to home. Yeah, you did
Okay.
me dirty on that
Okay,
one.
how
You
about
knew
this
it.
Dolphins Niners over?
I'll take that one. That is one that I will take because I do like that Dolphins game. I like the Dolphins -1.5. I kind of like the 44.5 just so I don't have to worry about who wins outright.
You know this spread for the Dolphins game has been flipping back and forth.
That's what you said.
No, I'm just saying. So it's been +1, -1, +1,
Yeah.
-1. So I prefer the over. So if you want to pencil
I love the over
down to
because the
pencil that
Dolphins
in.
are at home. They should score 35 like we've
And
seen.
the
35.
Niners we just saw.
They can
aside from
score.
that bad game, they scored 31 against the Bears.
No, for sure.
Okay, let's do that. Let's pencil that in. Okay, so
let's do Dolphins
Niners over.
over the 44.5.
As of the time of this recording.
Yep, as the time.
Right? And then Vikings -3.
Vikings -3. We love that pick. Seattle goes on a
So
2-game
let
losing
me-
streak and loses the division to the Rams because the Rams win this week, and there we go.
So before we do pencil that in for sure,
Yep.
even though I'm with it, you like that better than Bengals over? Just want to make sure.
Yeah, with what you said, yes, just because divisional game.
So we're
Right.
taking a 12-2 team to win by 3 on the road
Yep.
because the Seahawks suck.
Well, Seahawks don't suck. They're an average team. They're a decent team. But we're both from Seattle, and we don't like them, so let's not take them. I'm not taking bad teams, and I think that Seattle's a bad team. They're not. They've proven me
And
wrong.
the Vikings are a good team.
Great team because of the defense.
Great team.
Because of
so
the defense
we're
and because of
taking
their
the
record.
great team on the road over the average team at home that hasn't looked good.
And that's exactly what we did last week. We took a great Packers team whose offense, I would say, is better than the Vikings' defense isn't as good, but still in that realm of great team because
Right.
they can win games. We saw their record. Yeah, they lost the Lions twice.
4 losses,
We saw that.
2
yeah,
to the Lions, 1 to the Eagles, 1 to the Vikings.
exactly. And those are all the best teams there. So the best teams in the NFC they're losing to, guess what they're going to do against a mid-tier Seattle team? they're going to
Probably
beat them up.
slaughter
And
'em.
guess what? That's exactly what the Packers did. That's exactly what we're going to get from the Vikings here, too. I don't see it not happening. Love Vikings there at -3. That's why we're taking the pick. Makes sense to you guys. It makes sense to us, so we hope it makes sense to you. If it doesn't, let us know in the comments below. Just let us know what you guys think. And also the turtleneck, what do you guys think of it? We thought it was a little festive. We got some mixed reviews from, people here and there. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. But locks of the week, let them know what it is.
Okay, I will. We got the Rams -3.
Rams -3, easy.
We got the Vikings -3 at Seattle.
Vikings on the road, come on.
And then we get the Dolphins at home, taking on the 49ers. We like the over in that game. 44.5 points. We're on the over.
That's easy. It's a lot of points. That's what we're going to get
Dolphins
from that
score
game.
a lot at home.
And Niners don't suck.
Are the Niners
Yeah.
off a bad game and off a loss. So we're playing the rebound of the Niners to score a lot of points, and we're playing the Dolphins at home to score 20 points maybe.
Well, we like the Dolphins here, though, against this San Fran team that hasn't been that good, to score 40 points. That's my expectation from this game. So we can have the Niners. They can score another 6 points. They can go back-to-back 6 points. We're at 46. We like the Dolphins a lot here. So that's what I like here. There we go. There are your locks of the week.
Absolutely.
Jumping on next. What do you want to jump into next?
Well, you like touchdown parlays.
I love touchdown parlays.
So
those are
we'll
those are the cream of the crop for me.
So we'll hit the touchdown parlays, then we'll go into the prop parlays, and then we'll end the video with our teasers, which have, like you said at the beginning, been our most profitable picks of the year. So with that being said, Matt, what do you have for me in your favorite parlay of the touchdown parlays?
Well, you're going to like me for this one.
I hope so.
You're going to like me for
I
this one.
really
The way
do
that
hope
I'm going to
so.
preface this.
I really hope
We're taking
so.
the best receiver in football.
Okay, here we go.
Jamar
Chase.
Chase. We got Jamar Chase playing against the Browns at
this
-135. Yeah, it is Jamar Chase. Relax.
I know, trust me.
Okay, then we got against the Panthers. Panthers aren't that great of a defense. They have been better, but James Conner's been kind of on a heater. We like him at -190. Then we got James Cook for the Bills against the Patriots. We like him at -135. A lot of these are favorites. I don't normally do this, so just preface that. That's how much I like these guys. Then we got A.J. Brown against the Commanders. We saw the pass game kind of evolve a little bit, kind of explode a little bit last week with the Eagles. I like that to continue. He's sitting at +145. Love those odds. And then we got Amon-Ra St. Brown against the Bears. Bears defense hasn't been slackers, but they haven't been great. They were a lot better the first couple weeks of the season. He's sitting there at -105. And then we got Kyron Williams against the Jets. Jets' run defense has been a little bit better than it started, but it's still a Jets team that we don't really like that much. So
Correct.
they're out of the playoffs for a reason. Kyron Williams should be able to get in. Bounce back game for the Rams. He's at -190. And then last, we got the second best receiver in
Another
football,
one.
Justin Jefferson, +125 at Seattle. That pays out +7,497.
7,000 what?
497. Not as big as we've done in the past. We've gotten up there with some 15,000s. We've gotten to 16,000. Those ones always go on the YouTube Shorts and on the TikTok. The thumbnail and just the title of the video. This insane parlay. We're not going that crazy. We're taking a lot of favorites this week. I like those picks a lot.
Okay. I will say James Conner is taking on the
Panthers.
and they are the third worst team in the league against the run. So that
It's like what we said with the
feels pretty good.
when the Panthers played the Cowboys.
Or like last week when I said Joe Burrow will throw under 278 because he's taking on the Titans.
Wait, how many
who are the
yards did
best
he
team.
throw for?
271.
I mean, how good is that? I mean, the line was 278. You said under is 271. I mean, that's pretty good. We're off by, he gets 7 more yards, we lose the bet. So good call by you.
Pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, I don't mind any of those picks. They're all guys that go in and
They should score.
They do the job.
Yep.
They get the job done. There's nothing really to argue with there, and the payout's really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into mine. I have Tony Pollard going up against the Colts. They are really bad against the run. They're the 6th worst team against the run, and Pollard had a touchdown and 100 yards against them rushing last time they played. I've got T. Higgins. Obviously, we know T. Higgins. He has five or six touchdowns on the year, but I think he's missed a lot of games because of health. We got Saquon Barkley because he's Saquon Barkley. We have Puka Nacua because Puka and Cooper Kupp did not get a touchdown last week because the Rams didn't get a touchdown last week, and Puka and Cooper have been consistently getting touchdowns each week. So it was a toss up between the two of them.
Yeah.
I decided Puka because he's been the bigger guy this season. I got George Kittle taking on the Dolphins. I like George Kittle a lot, and he was a lot more plus money than some of the other receivers, and he's been consistent with Purdy. And then I also have Justin Jefferson. He went 6 weeks without a touchdown, and the last 2 he's had one. So I'm expecting the streak to continue. This thing pays out plus 92.05.
Nice. See, more
Over
than
on
mine,
DraftKings.
less picks. I don't get it.
It's because Kittle was, like I said, plus 200 something. Puka was plus 100. Saquon was minus a bunch. Higgins was plus a little bit. Pollard was straight money, and Jefferson was plus 110 or 115, whatever.
Okay, yeah, I got Jefferson at plus 125. I don't mind those, like you said. Like we both think it's going to be a bounce back game for the Rams. Rams should be scoring a lot. I like Puka and I like Kyren. And probably Cooper Kupp, too. I mean, they're probably going to score a ton of points in that game. Just because they have to solidify their spot in that division. It's like, yeah, it's cool that you got a win last week. It was an ugly win. Even McVay talked about it after the game. He was like, it was an ugly win. He's like, it was just an ugly game from both sides. He's like, our guys didn't play well. Their guys didn't play well. Bad conditions. But at the end of the day, he's like, we got our win. We're getting back on track next week. So I like them to have a really big bounce back week this week, and it should be fun. You know, enough touchdowns to go around. I'm definitely putting a parlay on that game. It should be a lot of money to be made in that game.
Right.
And then Saquon, obviously, that's not even something we have to talk about. T. Higgins, he's been the most solid number 2 in the league this year, in my opinion.
Yep.
Just unguardable on a lot of the touchdowns that he's had.
Literally.
Tony Pollard, hate that pick just because, you know, it's against the Colts. It'll most likely happen. That's why I didn't throw it in there, but it's just too close to home for me to take. I normally have Jonathan Taylor on mine. I left it out because of what we saw last week, depressing and just terrible mistakes. You can't be dropping the ball at the half-yard line, inch-yard line. Yeah, it's depression right there. But good picks by you, good picks by me. A lot of plus money there. Like we always say, with these touchdown and prop parlays that we always do. We do 4-pick parlays for, you know, our primetime games. Those are a little bit more manageable, not as high payouts. But parlays are always for fun. We're not giving these picks out like, oh, hey, this is guaranteed, you know, 74x your bet. Like, we're not doing that. We're not stupid, and you guys aren't either. You guys aren't saying, wow, these guys are preaching gospel, you know, 75 times more money.
Lay all the money on
it. Yeah, exactly. We're not saying that. We do it because it adds a little bit more excitement to the games when we watch, because we watch all of them, as a lot of you guys at home do too. That's just, you know, it just adds more fun, more excitement, and then a big payout at the end if it all hits too.
If it hits. And like I've told you guys in other videos too, I bet all these bets single. So even if I lose, like if Kittle hits, it covers this bet. As long as, you know, I go half. If I go 50% and Kittle hits, he's plus 200. That covers the parlay because I put the same amount on the parlay as I put on my single bet. So.
And you've been pretty good with this too.
I've been
you're hitting 4 or 5 of them. And if you have a book that lets you cash out early, which a lot of you guys probably do because you're not in certain states that don't allow online gambling, a lot of them allow a cash out option, which if you hit 5 of your 6, they'll give you a little bit. It's never a lot of money. It's normally like, oh, your payouts, let's say $2,000, they'll offer you $300. It's not like a ton, but it's still a consolation prize if you guys are worried about the last guy not scoring.
Absolutely.
So prop parlays.
Okay. You want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I got Adam Thielen for 60-plus yards. He let us down last week. He got to 52. It's the only thing that missed on my prop parlay. It was actually a huge bummer because I had all 6 picks hit, and I was like, we were right there. Luckily, like I said, I bet those all singles, so I still made a bunch of money. But Adam Thielen, 60-plus receiving yards. He's done that in every game since he came back from injury, except for last week. I expect a big bounce back. We got Brock Purdy for 225-plus passing yards. He had a bad game last week. He's done this in all but 4 games this season, so I expect him to do that again. I got Saquon Barkley, 150-plus rushing plus receiving in this game. First time to play these guys, he had 146 just rushing, and he had added another 52 receiving. So he got right up to almost 200 yards. He's at 198 for rushing plus receiving. So I'm at 150. It's one of the biggest pluses on my board. I got Cooper Kupp at 60-plus receiving. He's done this a lot this season. He had 6 straight games, I believe it was. So coming off not doing it, I expect a big bounce back. Got Joe Burrow to throw 3 touchdowns. He's done this in the last 5 games, so I expect him to do that again. And then I have Drew Lock coming back from injury for the Giants. I expect him to throw 225-plus. This is actually a big plus money play. His last healthy game, he got injured during the game. He threw 227, so he broke it. His first game with them was bad. Came back. He threw for 227. Then he got hurt in the game, or he would have thrown for more. So I like this against an easy defense. And this thing pays out plus $19,935. It's retarded.
19,000?
Yes, 19,000.
Yeah, you got a lot of plus money in there.
Yep.
Gosh dang. Yeah, that's going to be higher than anything else I have for you guys in this one. So Alan takes the crown this week for
almost 20K.
Outlandish parlays.
$100 for 20K. No
I mean,
deal.
it's 190 times your bet. I don't know what else we have to say about that. I mean, it's pretty good, right?
It's pretty good.
I mean, if it hits, it's pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't mind it. I mean, Thielen let you down. I love how you always bring these stats. Al's the best at this. He's the king of this. Oh, he's hit it every single week this year except for the last week. So we're going to ride him to carry on.
Yeah, bounce back. Bounce back.
No, the bounce back, yeah, no, I understand where your mind is. But at the same time, too, it seems a little flawed. It could just be he's falling off because he's an ancient receiver. But, that's neither here nor there. 60-plus yards for Thielen, that's whatever. Brock Purdy, 235, sure. I'm not going to say anything.
225.
225, my
Yes, sir.
bad. But I'm not going to say anything about that. We saw a bad week from him last week. I'm guessing he didn't hit this number because they didn't score.
No, he was at like 170.
Yeah, it was just a bad showing, but I like the bounce back there. Barkley at 150, that's just outlandish that you're actually getting plus money on that.
Rushing plus receiving is like plus 240
Yeah.
or plus 150.
Yeah, which is just stupid that you're still getting plus money at 150. It should be set a little bit higher, in my opinion. And then we got Cooper Kupp like that, Joe Burrow 3+, like you said, last 5 weeks he's just been on a heater.
Yep.
Leads the league in pretty much every passing stat. I'm pretty
Yep.
sure. Drew Lock, I'm not even going to talk about that because I haven't watched enough Drew Lock and the Giants because I just don't care.
He's played 2 games.
Yeah, see, exactly. I must have missed them. I was on vacation. I'll jump into mine if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
It's definitely not as much as yours.
That's fine.
It's about half.
It doesn't have to be.
It's about half.
It's not about. It's not about. All right, go ahead.
The only difference is mine will hit, his won't, and then I'll be laughing. And,
We'll
you'll
see.
still get 100 times your bet. But first off, I'm actually going to go with more outlandish than you here.
Okay.
We're doing your Joe Burrow stat. We're doing the same thing. We're doing Mike Penix Jr. First full game starting. Michael Penix Jr. We're taking him for 3+ passing touchdowns.
That is one of the dumbest things ever.
He's playing against the Giants.
Okay.
Terrible Giants team. Love it. He's going to have 3 there. He's going to show the world what he can do. Love that. His first official start. Love it. Next, we got A.J. Brown, 100+ receiving yards. He's playing against the Commanders. It should be a pass-heavy game, I think. I don't think Saquon will have that big of a game. I think they're still going to kind of address the passing issues that A.J. Brown voiced. So I think that he's going to have a big game, 100+ yards. Then we're going Josh Allen over 240 passing yards. It's over 240 and a half, so you need 241. Passing yards against the Patriots. Love Josh Allen here. He just had a hard game against the Lions. Well, it should have been a hard game against the Lions. Tough Lions team. Gets an easy matchup here with the Patriots. Love that there. He should just go off. Then we got Cooper Kupp, 60+ receiving yards, just like you. Look at us go against the bad defense in the Jets. Well, good defense, but it's still Cooper Kupp. They're going to be on Puka all day. And then last, we got Jameson Williams over 48.5 receiving yards. He's playing against the Bears. Love Jameson Williams there. He's had really 3 quiet weeks in a row. I like him to get back on track after his suspension. It's just been slow since his suspension. And that pays plus 10,088.
Jeez.
Not bad, right? For,
That's
I think
not
I had
bad
less
at all.
picks than you. That never happens.
Yeah, let me
you
run
had
this. So
6.
you got Michael Penix for 3 touchdowns, A.J. Brown 100+ receiving, Josh Allen 240+ passing, Cooper Kupp 60+ receiving, and then Jameson Williams for 40+ receiving.
Yep.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
So Penix 3 touchdowns really jumped this thing.
I mean,
for me.
it's a plus 400 play. But
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
said with your Drew Lock play, you said it was a really big plus money play.
I didn't. It was plus 210, I think.
Yeah. So, but you're taking Drew Lock, who's only had 2
But I
starts.
saw at 200 he was like plus 150.
Yeah.
And I saw like 25 extra yards. And
You're
then
like-
his last game when he was healthy threw 227. And he's playing the Falcons, who aren't good on defense. So I was like, with Malik Neighbors, I think Malik Neighbors probably goes for 100. Now I will say I would have thrown Mike Evans in here for yards because we saw that clip with Baker talking about how he cares more about his record. And I was going to throw Tony Pollard
Every time.
for
any
rushing
any
yards
chance he gets, just
in
here's the knife. He's
because
playing
Tony
against goals.
Pollard had 90 rushing yards against you guys last time, but those lines weren't available when we were making our bets, so
Yeah.
I unfortunately could not put those in there. So
Thank God.
I'm
hey,
stuck with
God was looking out. Merry Christmas to you. You didn't lose money because you put him in your bets.
I'm stuck with what I've got, which is a plus 19,000.
Yeah. Yeah, you throw. Those
No, I
two
do.
picks in here,
I will
yeah.
say, okay, aside from the Penix, which Penix could go off because it is a terrible team.
That's what we're doing here.
It is
It's
a terrible
not
team.
guaranteed. It is literally. I'm taking the promise that we got with Michael Penix and how good he is and how established he was as a passer coming into the league,
Right.
and how he was ready to go. Gets drafted by a team that already has a quarterback that just signed a quarterback to a big deal, and it's what are they doing? It was a big talk. He's gonna try to prove himself,
Right.
which could be a disaster.
Absolutely.
Or it could just be a really great game. So I'm hoping for the great game. I'm hoping for him to kind of just go out there and kill it. And I think he can throw 3 touchdowns. I am worried about his rushing upside, though. What?
No, I'm just you're worried about his rushing upside,
Yeah.
he could rush a couple.
He could
in,
rush a couple
steal.
in and throw for 2.
Well, they also have Bijan.
That's fine. Bijan's a great receiving
That's a lot of
running back.
touchdowns.
He's a great receiving back. I love him to throw 3. No rushing touchdowns in this game. He
That's
throws for
that's.
4.
I will definitely
and
just
we're
bet
happy about
that
it.
solo. I will bet.
Oh,
that
for
solo.
sure. You have to.
You don't have to.
Like you said, he bets all of these solo.
No,
by
I bet
himself.
mine. I bet mine that I researched.
okay,
solo.
yeah.
I don't know how much research you put into yours.
Oh, enough.
I might just be looking at it, bing, bong, bang, throw some darts to the board and see what hits.
Hey,
anyway,
you throw spaghetti at a wall, see what sticks sometimes.
let's hop into these teasers, Matt.
All right, what do you got?
No, you tell me first.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to tell you that I got a winner here. So I hope you're ready to
I
hear
like
it.
that. I like that. I need
All right.
another, I need another winner, and the people need another
Like we
winner.
said last week, we're done taking bad teams to score points. We're done taking bad teams to cover. I'm done with it. We're just taking good teams. We're taking good games, good matchups. We're doing Lions at Bears over 41.5. That is the tease number. All my numbers are already teased. I'm not going to give you guys the first
What was the number?
of what we teased it to. 41.5.
Okay.
Lions at Bears. Lions should go off here. Off a loss. Love Dan Campbell and the boys to get right. At the Bears. Love that. Next, we got Browns at Bengals. We're taking the over in that game. I mean, we have to. It's 40 points. It's over 40.5. Love that. Browns, Bengals. It should hit even if it is a good defensive game like we were talking about with it being divisional. Next game, Rams at Jets. We're just taking the Rams +3. Why not? They're going to win this game in my opinion. It's literally our lock of the week at -3. Why would we not throw them in here in the teaser?
Okay.
Then we got Eagles at Commanders taking the over in that game, over 39.5. Eagles-Commanders should be a high-scoring game in my opinion. Even if the Commanders don't show up like you're all scared about, which they will, they're still going to get to 39.5 points. I like the 40 there. Then we're going 49ers at Dolphins. We're taking the Dolphins +4.5 at home against the 49ers. That seems like the stupidest pick that you could pick here. Like you said, the line kept moving. Dolphins +4.5 seems dumb to me. Dolphins are at home. They play great in hot weather, nice weather. It's going to be a great day for the Dolphins, bad day for the Niners. Then we're doing Titans at Colts. We're taking the over in that game. Only reason I took the over. Last week we took the overs. It was Colts and Broncos. Colts couldn't do anything on offense. Still hit the over because of their defense. Guess what? Titans have a great passing defense. Love that there against the Colts. Overs literally teased down to a 36.5.
Right.
You're telling me they can't score 36.5?
You
Love
want to
it.
know something funny?
What?
The first time these two teams met,
Yeah.
the combined score,
What?
37.
No. Look at that. We know what we're doing. See, I didn't even have that stat in my head, and guess what? Still checks out.
That's why I'm the stats guy. I don't hate any of these picks.
No, you don't. I know you don't. You know why? Because it's a winner.
And I will say to the fans out there, if this line between Dolphins Rams keeps moving, you could potentially get Dolphins at +7.
Yes, if it is a +1.
If you can find them at +1 because it moves like that,
You
you
can
can
tease
get
it.
them at +7, which would be obviously a weapon.
And if you guys didn't know, I will just go over this real quick. We didn't do this at the beginning. It's a 6-pick, 6-point teaser. It pays out +600. It's not a big bet. It's not a big payout, but it's still 6 times your bet. It's kind of one of those bets where it's like you can put a little bit higher of a lump sum on than you normally would do like a straight bet, just to kind of get that 6 even back. That's why you get the 6 points. That's why the payout isn't as high, because you can move the line 6 points in any direction.
Absolutely. Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah.
Let me hop into mine. I do really like yours, and like I always do, I bet both of ours.
Of course. So I
Of
do
course,
too.
because we've been successful.
We've been successful. They've
Profitable.
been super hot.
Profitable.
Profitable.
Is a better word.
Yeah, they cooled down, and we're going to get them right back up. All we have to do is bring a match here. I feel like I brought a match to mine. Let's see if you brought a lighter, or if you brought a match just like me.
I brought some gasoline, bro.
Okay, he's just lighting it all up.
Okay, so I have Titans +9.5 at the Colts. I've got Dolphins over 38.5. Dolphins Rams at home over 38.5. We liked that. We took that as the lock of the week over 44.5. So I teased that down. I've got the Titans over because it's only not hit one time this whole season for us. Over 36.5, just like you have it.
Yep.
I have the Panthers teased from a +5 to a +11 because I don't see a world in where they even lose that game at home to Arizona. So I love that. I get almost 2 touchdowns. I like the Eagles teased to a +2.5 from a -3.5 against the Commanders. And then I like the Lions game, Lions-Bears under 54 points.
Oh, my Lord.
It's supposed to be 30 degrees. Jared Goff hasn't played outside since the Packers game. And it's going to be 30 degrees. So I expect a lot of run game. I expect a low-scoring, not much happening game. And so that's what I like, and those are my 6 picks.
I will say I don't hate it. Like, I hate the fact that you're taking an under. I don't think
course.
we've taken any unders.
We barely have taken unders.
We've barely taken unders
Right.
in these just because you get the extra 6 points.
Absolutely.
But then again, you get the extra 6 points.
Yes.
So you get to tease it down. If the Lions do struggle a little bit, it could definitely be under 52 easily. If the Lions can't score, they don't have David Montgomery. He's out now, most likely for the season. It's just going to be Gibbs.
Yep.
So if Gibbs struggles a little bit, they're playing against the Bears.
Yep.
Yeah, so, I mean, the Bears' defense has looked good this year. Maybe this is a game where they show up. It's a 20-17 game because you're going to get a touchdown here and there.
Do you know what the score was when they played on Thanksgiving?
No.
20-23.
Okay. There you go, 20-23. That's under 52.
So I have 11-point cushion from their last time they played.
Yeah. I will say the one that I do not like is Panthers plus 11. That's the only one on this that I do not like, and I might accidentally have written yours down wrong and copied you from mine last week and been like, oops, I forgot to make that pick, because apparently that's what we're doing on the show now.
The Panthers have been good.
It doesn't matter. They're a bad team. Listen, Panthers, Patriots. Patriots looked good too, didn't they? Oh man, they had 2 weeks where they looked good. Guess
I
what?
will say
We
what
took
I
them at
almost
plus
threw in.
12, and they lost to the Cardinals by 13. So that's the only reason I don't like it. Cardinals, they could show up again. We don't know. Panthers, yes, they should play better than the Patriots. The Patriots didn't even know what side of the field they were trying to go down to score.
True.
So
I
Panthers
almost
plus
threw
11
in.
is
I
all
almost threw in Lions money line basically because it was
Oh, yes.
6.5 down to a half a point, and I almost threw in the Bengals down to a half point.
Oh, okay.
But I liked getting a field goal and a touchdown against a Cardinals team that has struggled, and they're a dome team from a hot state going to a cold state of Carolina, where they're going to be outdoors.
Yeah.
And I like the way the Panthers have been playing,
Okay.
especially since Thielen came back. They've been in all the games,
Yeah.
so that's what I like, and so that's why I threw in. I was like, dang, you're going to give me +5 on a home team, which maybe it's a trap. I don't know, but
be.
I get 6 more.
Yeah.
So
You
if
got
the
6
5's a
more.
trap, win by 7. I don't care. I don't care. So, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Beat the Book. We do appreciate it as always. Please like and subscribe. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Keep your eyes out for our Sunday night video and for our Monday night video.
As always.
And as always,
Protect the bag,
beat the book.
And we'll catch you guys in the next video. But before that, Al, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure doing this in person. It's been an experience. It's been great being back home. You know, I moved away. As you guys know, I'm in Arizona. Back
sure.
here for the holiday. You know, it's been great. We're gonna keep it up through the weekend. Watch some great football here. Yeah, I mean, Merry Christmas.
Heck yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you out there too. Double down on what you said. Yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it.